Thundering Herd. And as Marshall gets set for their second home game of the season, we take a moment to remember the lives of the 75 people who were lost almost 50 years ago in the worst single-air tragedy in NCAA sports history. The losses included nearly the entire Marshall University football team, coaches, flight crew, as well as numerous fans and supporters. How about some final thoughts? We got App State and Marshall.
I am going with the Mountaineers in this one. They have the pedigree. They have ran for over 300 last time out against Charlotte. I like Sean Clark's team to get it done.
Sean Clark said, hey, man, we're going to make no beans about it. We're going to run the rock. They ran it to over 300 yards. They'll do it again today.
Two teams who have made powerful statements in their respective conferences, old Southern Conference rivals as well, and we get to put them on CBS to start our season.
Football and sunshine in Huntington, where Marshall is so good at home. App State was 13-1 last year. This a terrific matchup in West Virginia. This is Appalachian State, the powerhouse of the Sun Belt. Winners of 5 straight bowls. It's caught! Touchdown! They are Marshall, steeped in history, a legacy of success.
Throws deep downfield for the end zone, a launching cat, touchdown Herd.
They meet today. The Home Depot, college football on CBS. In Huntington, number 23, Appalachian State, and the Thundering Herd of Marshall.
He's everything. Big kid, strong arm. It starts with a great base, so his lower body and lower half generates so much power. His ability to move in the pocket. I mean, he's a 4'6" guy, so you can't fall asleep. And then the accuracy. It's not just putting it on your receiver, but giving them the opportunity to get those the yards after catch.
The Mountaineers, some say New Year's 6. And App State and Marshall ready to go from Huntington. 12,500 fans are here. Now, in concert with local and state health officials, Marshall was able to allow that number of fans while following approved guidelines. And those guidelines include face coverings, social distancing, and no tailgating. It's the first time they've met in FBS. They were powers and national champions both at the FCS level. The weather in West Virginia, 67 degrees. Almost heaven, West Virginia. Maybe we can get Rick Neuheisel to sing that at halftime for it.
These two teams, they came out to play. Yes, there were mistakes. Yes, there are things to clean up. But overall, very clean football.
Evans at the goal line. Evans at the 20. Flag down. Evans down at the 34.
He spreads the love, and it really is tough for defenses to figure out what exactly is going to be going on with this offense.
He's got a great running back behind him, and that's Brendan Knox. And this is Knox over the right side. Knox inside the 40, down inside the 30-yard line. That's a 21-yard gain on the first snap for Marshall.
We talk about the quarterback, those receivers, but the offensive line is absolutely dominant. You have 5 seniors right there behind right guard. Fast football player, you just want to put the ball in his hands.
Knox in the backfield. Marshall on 2nd and 10, and it's Knox, another big hole to the 20, right on the sticks, close to a first down. This is a fun offense with Wells and Knox in the backfield and a talented offensive line. The most interesting player is Xavier Gaines.
How he responds to the pressure.
That was enough for the first down. Knox bounces outside to the 10, cuts back inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. So much focus on the throwing game, and Knox is hurting them.
It's amazing. We talk about all these receivers and tight ends, and Brendan Knox with the Conference USA Player of the Year last year. We're talking about one creating some big spaces for Knox.
This is what they call their full house backfield, with 2 tight ends in front of Knox, who goes straight ahead, and I think he got in. He did. Touchdown, Marshall.
absolutely love this first drive. So much focus on Grant Wells, the receivers, the tight end. We're just glowing about these guys, and what they do, they come out and just absolutely run it right down App State's throat. Brendan Knox, great job with this offensive line. And it was all Knox in that first drive. Him and the big boys up front, pushing it in. Early 7-0 lead for Marshall.
Ran for 308 yards. Thomas was sharp in that game as well. As you see, play clock's running down. First snap for the Mountaineers. Daytrick Harrington is swallowed up. Jalen McClain's sack comes up for the stop.
Early season, we're going to have mistakes. You're hoping that game number 2, you start cleaning some of that stuff up.
Staying on the ground. And Marshall's front 7 primed to stop the run. Rodney Kroom, the junior, makes the stop there. His favorite target's at the bottom of your screen, and that's Brock Thompson. And this is Thompson cutting over the middle, and he makes the catch at the 27 and tumbles down with a first down. That's a bullet.
And just look at the base, the throw, and great job, because there's a free safety that came right down.
Told us yesterday we need to put some pressure on this freshman quarterback. He has all day to throw, wanders to his left, fires over the middle, in a crowd, and it's deflected and caught for a first down. Willie Johnson.
And the legend of Grant Wells continues to grow with throws like that, going to his left. This is a no-no. You don't throw it when there's about like 5 guys in one area, both on the offense and defense, but you know, when you're feeling it sometimes, Rich, you just let it rip and good things happen. And when you throw it that hard, most of the time defenders aren't going to catch the ball. It's the Brett Favre mentality. They play defense for a reason. They don't catch it as well.
44-yard line. Knox bounces outside, and before he's down, he's got another 8 yards. Caden Smith, the strong safety, hanging on to bring him down.
"50 years ago, an unfathomable tragedy hit Marshall. In an instant, 75 souls were lost. The fabric of our community had been ripped apart, leaving behind a massive void. We mourned, and then we rallied, creating an unbreakable bond that defines the heart and spirit of Marshall University. We will forever remember that day, November 14th, 1970, and honor those that passed, the football players, the fathers, the mothers, the daughters, and the sons."
This is the memorial fountain in the middle of the Marshall campus, still around town and on this campus. Many memorials and reminders. By the way, that voice was Keith Morehouse, whose father, Gene, was the play-by-play announcer. He passed in that tragedy back in 1970. He went on to call Marshall football. He's now a sports director at a TV station. Doc Holliday put it this way when we asked him about it. And of course, he's from West Virginia. He said, "This program means more to this community than any other in the country. Every time we take the field, we know that we represent all that history and all that it's taken to rebuild the program." In the Sun Belt,
you just hand.
Mike, it
Just might need one.
make it singular. Midfield, Peoples. And Peoples is stuffed right at the line of scrimmage.
It's been impressive. This team, obviously known as a running football team with App State.
You might want to add 24 and 3 as a starter. Thomas again fires it up the field, and that was incomplete. 12,500 fans distant with masks in the stadium here in Huntington. 3rd down 10. Thomas with time, flushed and hit and dropped. Flag down.
As we get ready to start the second.
I want to say that was a Pennington-Mark Bulger matchup at West Virginia in '97. And he'll hold on to it. Wells, who has speed, out to the 31, and that's a first down. 1 second evaporates. First quarter in the books. How about this NFL touch? Last time they met, Byron Leftwich, the quarterback at Marshall, and man, did he have some career. Currently the offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Bucks. Marshall was rolling on this night. They were number 19 in the country in a 50-17 win.
I don't have to get all 7 yards. If I get 4 or 5 with a check down, most likely we'll go for it on 4th.
They're down at 6. Blitz flushes him right, and he's swallowed up back at the 46-yard line. In a big sequence, Darius Hodge first to get there. App State's going to have to punt.
I want you to focus on Beckett once again. Look at the speed to disrupt this play. Right now, look at that acceleration. Zach Thomas thought he was going to be able to get the edge, get outside the 0 for 4 since with that interception you just brought up.
Well, let's see if the young kid can collect himself. He throws that one right on the money. Shadid Ahmed makes the catch, and that's a 12-yard pickup.
I was a head case, but I thought I was pretty good. Just got to stay calm. Let your big guys do the work for you.
Knox breaks through and to the 48-yard line. And that's a first down. This is what Marshall looked like in their first 2 drives. Knox, he needs 11, and he's got it, and more. And he's out of bounds inside the 40.
That's a great play call by Tim Cramsey. You want to play cover 2 and expect the pass. You got a light box. You got a running back who's had a great first half. Hand it off, get the first down, continue this thing.
That's a major league stiff arm there. That's a good linebacker, DeMarco Jackson, that he just peeled off of him. 4th and 3. Wells with time, swings it out. Evans again, race for the sticks, and he holds on, breaks a tackle. Flag comes down, has the first down.
So once again, great job by Grant Wells getting through his read, finding his back, and then the little tippy toe to stay in bounds and then get the.
Only his second career field goal attempt. The first was last week. He hit it. It was from 23 yards. This from 29. The lefty, Chuchi, right down the middle.
Zach Thomas had to get the ball off his hands. Right now, we'll see. Do they trust their corners one-on-one? And you see the corners actually changing positions there. Jalen McLean-Sapp coming over to guard Thomas Hennigan on the outside.
Thomas on 3rd and 9. Fires to the sideline. Oh, it's Gilmore! How about that? He redeems himself with a pick.
He says, hey, thanks, buddy, for changing sides with me. It's like a nice little INT. That's just a late throw by Zach Thomas. You can't be late throwing balls to the outside. And Stephen Gilmore made up for those 2 pass interference. It's a great catch. 3 feet in, plenty of time. That's how you redeem yourself right there. But once again, just a tad bit too late by Zach Thomas. You got to hit that back step and let it rip. Keep it outside, only your guys.
And under Doc Holliday, and the Thundering Herd leads at the half. That's impressive, 93%. Halftime in Huntington, Appalachian State and the Thundering Herd of Marshall. Now it's time for a taste of tradition presented by Sonic. State of West Virginia head football coaches. Man, what a resume. Sean Clark, App State, just 50 miles east of here in Charleston. How about Doc Holliday, Hurricane, West Virginia? That's a town of about 6,500 people. And it just so happens 2 national championship head coaches started here. Texas A&M coach Jimbo Fisher, born in Clarksburg. And of course, 6 national championships for Nick Saban, Fairmont, West Virginia. West Virginia, almost heaven, especially when it comes to college football coaches.
And you talked about Knox. Great first drive up and down the field. You got to give some love to the big boys up front. I think they've had a tremendous day as well, going against a very talented front seven for App State. Got it in there for the touchdown. You're going to see a heavy dose of him.
Remember that deep shot he took in the first half, just off the fingertips in the end zone of Malik Williams. 2nd down 10. On the ground. Good penetration. Terrific play there by Derek Pitts. It's now 3rd down and 10.
As you see right now, safety support over top of Hennigan. They're not going to let him beat him on 3rd down.
4-man rush. to the sideline and incomplete. Guess who again? Stephen Gilmore and Jalen Virgil this time matched up.
Look at the support up top and the respect that Hennigan's getting. They're saying, hey, listen, you're not going to beat us anymore. We're going to put an extra corner.
Third down 10, draw to Knox, and Knox busts loose. Well, how about that? He's right at the 20, he's got the first down. Anytime you can pick up a third down and 10 from that spot.
The right side of the offensive line just does a great job. You're thinking third and long defense. You see the safeties, he's going to be matched up one-on-one with a linebacker.
3rd and 7, looked like early movement. No flag, fired to the side, caught there by Johnson, and he's got the first down.
It's a great job staying calm with a low snap and then delivering an absolute bullet to the outside.
Run the 45. Knox again. Boy, he's tough. He's from Columbus, Ohio, so you know he played in a high level in high school. Just a junior.
Well, he's a complete running back. We've seen the strength, we've seen the speed, the quickness, the vision.
Again, deep in their own territory. Thomas keeps it, rolls, cuts back. He's going to lose a couple yards at the 10-yard line. Just outside the 10. Two of the better programs in the group of 5. Upstate out of the Sun Belt. Marshall out of Conference USA to the 12.
Stuff in the run.
Malik Williams moves into the slot. Marshall brings 3. Thomas over the middle, deflected, intercepted. Flag is down. McLean Sapp did it all. He made the deflection. He made the interception.
Matchup. Let's watch it. He's in position. Look at the coverage. Great coverage all over the field. He's on him. Way too much hands there at the top of the route, though.
The sounds you hear are real boos. This is not piped in.
The fans have been great. I tell you what, it looks good. It looks better than I anticipated with how they spaced it out. A lot of green out there. A lot of fans excited for football. It's good to see.
Swings it in. Oh, what a play. Gilmore again. 2 pass interference calls on that last drive, then the pick, and now this.
And you get 3rd and long situation. A couple times we've seen this drop 8 coverage. Yeah, he just needed the confidence. I mean, he wasn't feeling too good after those couple PI. To see what he can do if he can settle in.
Now, he grew up in Charleston. There's a deep shot, and there's Gaines. Gaines at the 30. Cuts back. Caught from behind at the 12. Finally, they get it to the X-Men.
That's what I'm talking about. You take a shot down the middle. This is the matchup we've been wanting. One-on-one, tight end on safeties. You get a little bit of a scissors route, so you got a corner, and he's coming in on the post route. He's such a matchup nightmare. You got a lot going on at the safety, like I said, with the corner route and the post route as well. You got to choose one of them. You didn't choose right. Gaines down the middle of the field for the big gain. That's kind of maybe the confidence they need. Look at Wells feeling good. There's a little pep in the step that we like to see.
Now, Gaines still maintains that he's the best quarterback on campus still. He was a terrific quarterback in Florida. He's also played running back. He's also played wide receiver. He's played quarterback here, and now he's a tight end, and the crowd's getting into it. A lot of emotion on this Marshall sideline. 67 yards. And the Wells to Gaines. Hook up. It's Wells, and he scores.
That's a great drive by the young man. Big throw down the middle to his big-time tight end. and then a perfect three. The defensive end comes down. You got Devin Miller, you see on the lead block coming from the opposite side. And, sir, you can walk in for a nice touchdown. And it started with the big play, the connection we've been waiting for. Grant Wells to Gaines over the middle of the field. Leads to a nice, easy zone read. Get the tight end out front, block it for you. Walk in, take the lead. 17-7, Wells loves it. You're gonna have a scissors route, so you got corner, post route, and I want you to watch the safety. Has to make a decision. Who am I gonna take? He takes the corner, middle of the field's wide open, beautiful throw. And this is what we saw in week 1 for versus Marshall. 2 high safeties, executing with post routes over the middle was a big. Then they got to continue to run the football and get some play action off of it.
There's the play action, and that's incomplete. Jalen McClain sacked. Remember, App State sets up the pass with the run, and they've not been able to run today.
If I'm Marshall, I may try to bring a little bit of pressure, make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
This time they do bring 4. Quick slant, contact. Gilmore, no flags.
Gotta feel good for Gilmore. Coming back playing better. Yeah, I don't see any flags there. We'll see where that left arm is. No, that's a clean play. Great job getting the right hand in there to knock it down.
Baby, I'm back.
One quarter left in Huntington. And App State down 10. You see those 2 touchdowns in the first quarter. They came on the first possessions by each team. It's shy of the 45. This is 1 inches.
This is when this offensive line comes into play right here.
Play action over the middle. Caught there. It's Evans racing to the 10, to the 5, and he lost the ball. And it's picked up by Marshall in the end zone. Unbelievable. And that look says it all.
Love the play design by offense coordinator Tony Peterson. Everyone's thinking run. We're thinking run in the box. Why would you not run? That's your identity. You sneak a tight end out of the box. Wide open is Mike Evans down the field. And right now you feel that pressure coming. You need to put that left hand over the ball and protect it. And this is why you play to the end of the whistle. For all you young players watching right now, the play is never open. Incredible hustle.
That's Brandon Drayton who knocked it loose, and Nazi Johnson who recovered it. Remember, Wells threw a pick in the first half, and a couple near picks near halftime. Over the middle, Thompson the catch. Holds on. First down at the 35.
That's the second time he's hit Thompson on that route. Just a deep in route. You're going to play man-to-man coverage on the backside with no help on the in. And 4 down territory for this team. I would not expect. I would expect the run.
Evans hit and second effort pushed through inside the 35 to the 34. That's a first down. Wells keeps it. Tim Kamsey told us that the quarterback run game is 90% a read by the redshirt freshman Wells.
Offensively, we will not settle for a field goal right now.
12,000 fans here, distance. Three-man rush. Thomas up the field, contact, a lot of it, and no flag. Wells with his arms up, and the contact may have been going both ways. Jalen McClain sacked in coverage.
I think it was a little bit back and forth. I think if that ball was thrown more down the field, then there's opportunity.
Second and 10. Four-man rush. Thomas steps through, tucks it. Ball is loose, and it's recovered by App State. Whoa! First down, Mountaineers. How about that heads out by Cameron Peoples as Thomas was blasted
by who guess who? Devontae Beckett just absolutely put his helmet on the football. I mean, this linebacker has so much speed and play recognition, timing.
The Home Depot College Football on CBS is sponsored by Jersey Mike Subs, Geico, Marathon, and by the Home Depot. Down 10, Zach Thomas finds Mike Evans on 4th down. Brandon Drayton pokes it loose. Nazi Johnson recovers. Now let's listen in to Steve Cotton of the Thundering Herd Radio Network.
He takes it, he fakes the handoff, he throws over the middle for the tight end. Caught at the 30-yard line by Evans, and he's gonna go left. He's near the goal line, but he fumbles it. And Nazi Johnson runs the ball down in the end zone and recovers for the Thundering Herd. Brandon Drayton knocked the ball away from Mike Evans, and what looked for a moment like it might be a Mountaineer touchdown or at least first and goal, it turns into a turnover.
One of the turning points of this game and one of the plays that App State wishes they had back. Remember that pick late in the first half? 3rd down, 3 now. Marshall trying to run the clock. Knocks right side. He's got the first down. That will move the chains. Well, for Marshall now, this is a big deal. Number 23 team. These two schools were such big rivals long ago in what was then 1AA. It's the first time they've met since 2002.
I think there's some confidence too in this football team. You got a great defense that's given up 7 points in 2 games. I tell you what, it's been. You want a full house, and this is one of the best places. Atmosphere, the tailgating, all of that is excellent. But the fans are here, a fraction of what it normally is. They showed up, and there was definitely a lot of energy in the stadium, which is great to see.
Try to the final snap. End zone shot, incomplete, and Marshall with a finishing touch on a takedown of a top 25 team. 17-7 the final.